Hi everyone, welcome back to the Public Diary. It's a new year. Today's guest is really special, as I always say. More so special because it's my best friend's sibling, older sibling, might I add. This is Abner Mendez. He just dropped his new album, his first ever album, debut album. Such an honor to be actually presenting it on my podcast. This is quite a big deal. I'm not going to lie. The first artist that I'm ever interviewing, and that has always been a dream. He debuted it on the 5th of January, so it's fresh out. And we're here to unlock everything about him, about this album, and about music in general, because I think this is the first time I shed light on music on the podcast. So I hope you really enjoy this one. Everybody, please welcome Abner Mendez to the Public Diary.
Hello. Am I supposed to point and fade?
Anything. You have this, you might have mine as well. So your hands can also appear in if it's... But yeah, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. It's kind of strange not having Chanel in the same room.
Yeah.
You know? Like, it's a little strange, but okay. New album, lots of things going on. First of all, how old are you?
22.
So, at 22, you're debuting with a fresh album. And mind you, I did get to listen snippets before it was released. You know, the exclusivity. But literally every track, when I first listened to it, I told you it was a banger. Was music always in your DNA since you were young? That at 22, your debut album?
I started off singing really early on.
Okay.
And then it was just shower singing or random riffs here and there.
Okay.
And then I picked up the piano, which I hated. Mm-hmm. No offense to piano players, they're amazing, but
overrated.
Not for me. Yeah, not for me. Also because I had a teacher and I fucking hated getting taught. Okay. So yeah. Then I picked up the bass. And that's what made me fall in love with music. Okay. It's just playing and playing and playing, and then different genres, jazz and funk and R&B and stuff like that helped me get into music. And then I needed to write because I had no other way to express myself.
But music has always been present in some way or another.
Yeah, my dad played a lot of guitar. He still plays a lot of guitar. And then I guess that's when I started picking it up subconsciously because I wasn't really interested in music. I spent most of my time, gaming. I
always ask my guests, I know as a kid, the first thing I ever wanted to do was fashion design, not into media. It's this random light bulb that's I want to do this.
Oh, I wanted to do architecture.
Okay, so you've always been artistically there.
Somewhat. I'd never really liked studying or institutionalized education. It was never for me. So I guess I loved art a lot more. Anything creative, whether it be making shit origami or arts and crafts, where I remember making the Assassin's Creed gauntlet, the hidden blade, and then just stuff like that. I'd always be more inclined to make and create because it was better for me to bear my soul through.
Okay, so it was was it an escape outlet for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. The music that I'm writing is just I can't write unless I'm heavily depressed or heavily happy or just the polar extremes of some emotion.
Would you describe yourself as a kid someone who felt emotions really intensely? Is that why you escaped through art?
It helped. It was easier. And yes, I did feel a lot of emotions really intensely because, I don't know, I felt probably was a dumb kid, didn't know what was going on.
But everyone sort of feels dumb in a way, I think. And through that, they discover things about themselves, right?
Yeah.
When did you start composing, actually?
2020. Or, 2020 is
so
when I
around
started.
Pandemic?
Yeah.
Okay. So that isolation really brought out that
it helped
composership from you.
I always wanted to write. I just never knew how. And then my teacher, my high school teacher, he was like, just start writing. If it's dog shit, it's okay. You know, once you get to 100 songs, you'll be decent. Once you get to 1,000, you'll be good. Once you get to 10,000, you'll be great. You know, so just start writing. And then I did. I just kept writing and writing and writing, and now I'm here.
One thing I have to share with the audience is I got to witness you play like your bass live, by the way. So cool. It's like watching like, so I'm not that much into bands. Awful music taste, I know. I listen to reggaeton, you cannot even describe it. But a big thing from where I'm from Darjeeling, is also music. Like every household has a guitarist. My brother, at some point he wanted to be a DJ, but he started with the harmonium. So I kind of get the scope a bit. And some people, you can just see it, they're like born with this sort of talent to play music and understand music in a very different way than regular listeners do, I think. Everyone has their own interpretation, but would you think as a kid, like, people would tell you, like, oh, you're, like, musically really talented, you should pursue it in some way?
Not until I started picking up the bass. Like, once I started playing the bass, I remember, like, I have this memory of my dad's friends coming in, and I was playing for them. And they were talking to my dad, like, dude, he's a prodigy. Are you sure he's not a prodigy? And I'm like, no, I just like playing the music.
Okay. No, because the vibe you gave off on that stage, like, I've just seen you once, I think, and then a couple of times on Chanel Stories when you play, like, live. And City Walk also you just played.
Yeah.
There's just this different energy about you. And it's like this showmanship that you have as well. Does not come very naturally. How long did it take you around the bass and other music instruments, would you say?
Ooh. I feel like for me to be on stage, I need to be at complete ease. You know, like when I'm on stage, I'm not thinking of anything other than like the feeling of the strings on my fingers and the music, you know. Like, so when I'm performing and when I'm on stage dancing or jumping or doing some dumb shit, like, I'm not thinking of anything other than how do I want to express myself with the music that I'm playing.
Okay.
And it just comes.
As a kid, once you're trying out new things and you fail at it, it's so easy to give up.
I just give up.
You give up mostly?
Yeah.
But how did you not give up with the bass? How did you not give up with music?
Honestly speaking, I kept succeeding in the bass.
Okay.
It just came and came and came, and everything felt right.
Okay.
There was no point where I felt stuck or lost. And I taught myself for the most part. And because of that, I feel like it's easier for me to set those goals so that I don't fail.
So did you take lessons, or did you kind of you taught yourself? Wow, that is new information I learned today. Okay.
Yeah. I hated, like, that's why I didn't play piano. That's why I stopped playing piano, is
because you had a piano teacher.
Yeah.
It's the piano teacher that ruins everything. I'm joking.
No, genuinely, I hate that guy. Yeah.
I think I understand you in some ways, because I think I always have this weird relationship with my mentors. And it's difficult to grasp your head around things that you don't understand, but you want to understand, but it's not expressed in the right way. And you're like, okay, I'll just do it at my own time. And then you don't get it at your own time also. So it totally feels like you're failing. How was that sort of different from teaching yourself and taking time in your own, like, realm, you know, you're, like, involved with your bass. You're having this own relationship with your bass.
I guess I knew what I wanted to learn. Like, I never doubted what I wanted to do. Like, I always knew that, okay, I need to do this. If I'm, like, the first thing I started off with was, like, a really complicated, not that complicated, but complicated technique. And then it took me a month to learn, and that's how I started playing bass, is that I just started with the hard and then got the easy down. And
that's rare.
Yeah, a lot of people say the same thing.
Okay.
It's easier to do what you want. I feel like everyone has an instrument for them.
Because it's not even like a literal instrument. It could be like everyone has something.
Yeah, everyone has something. And when I was playing the bass, I felt like I found that something. And no matter what it was, no matter how hard it was, I just had to do it. Like, there was nothing that was going to stop me from doing it.
have a question. What was the first song you played or you learned on the bass?
Oh shit, good question. Okay, after I fucked up with the whole piano stuff, my dad told me to, like, I wanted a bass, but my dad was like, learn like 3 bass lines on the guitar and then I'll buy you a bass. Because he wanted to make sure I was committed. So I learned.
It's also really expensive.
Yeah.
It's an investment, you guys.
Thankfully, it wasn't wasted, but yeah. It was Enter Sandman by Metallica.
Okay.
And then Come As You Are by Nirvana. Those are the first 2 riffs I learned on the guitar and then on the bass. And then when I got the bass finally on my birthday, I set out to learn Can't Stop, which was this slap song.
Okay.
And it's not a easy technique.
So slap is the technique.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's a really difficult technique when you're learning the bass.
It's difficult for someone who just started.
I can imagine. Yeah.
Because it's new and nobody, like, you play the bass with your fingers or with a pick or whatever. Slapping is just like hitting and then pulling off, hitting and then pulling off.
I want to know about Abner as a kid.
If I can remember.
What's the earliest memory you have of him?
Was in India. Was in my... I don't know where this was. I don't know what house this was, but it was with Mama's dog, Sabra.
Oh.
And I was in between the gates with the dog, and the dog was barking at me, and I was not scared at all, just petting it. And that's it. Like, that's all I remember. It's really vague and really dumb, but that's the earliest memory I have.
That's cute. I've been friends with Chanel for a really, really long time. Chanel's his little sister, one of my best friends, closest friends, and that's how we got to know each other as well. Always seen Abner as the cool brother, suave brother, like he's doing his thing, and Chanel's a little bit different, I would say. But every time she lets me know about your work, it's always good and positive and so supportive, and I'm like, damn, that's the kind of sibling relationship I'd want, you know? Like, there is that sort of closeness because obviously it's a family, right? But when we're talking about siblings, you're bound to have arguments, you're bound to have disagreements, but that's sort of like the way she's involved in your career life as well. It's always been really fascinating to me, and I think Chanel's a cool sister, you're a cool brother, and yeah, I'm so excited because they complement each other. You guys have very complementary industries in some ways.
I remember like first writing my music, and she came in and she was one of the first people I showed like one of my songs to, and then she was really supportive, and that's the only reason that I was like, okay, cool, my writing is not ass. I can push forward. And also my dress sense, that's all
comes from her.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, she's done the album cover. She clicked. She's done a lot of artwork for the album as well, and like I forced her to, so she has no choice. But yeah.
Who are some of the musicians you looked up to growing up, maybe?
Red Hot Chili Peppers for sure. That shaped like what sound and music meant to me, because I didn't really, like, all I used to listen to was scattered rock, like here and there when Dada used to play it, and I didn't really care for it. Like I didn't really listen to much music. I used to just listen to the radio, and then that was it. And then when I picked up the bass, I started listening to Red Hot Chili Peppers a lot more, and that shaped me. Claro, Men I Trust, Maria's.
Guy saying Claro, that's what we like. That's what we like. We're standing on business.
Yeah.
Okay.
Performative male, but not really.
Not really. I wouldn't say so. I think you have a more like defined.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because you have that appreciation for music. Definitely Claro is like a very umbrella for pop culture.
Yeah.
She's like performative male umbrella, but still, you have a defined taste.
Yeah, the way she writes and the way her melodies are formed are something that I really, really, really wanted to get under my belt. Like I wanted to learn that and I wanted to replicate that and do that. And it's the same with the Marias, like those bass lines and the soundscapes. And Radiohead, obviously Radiohead is a huge fucking influence. I listen to Radiohead every day for the bass and also for the music. Victor Wooten, like
I don't know Victor Wooten, but what sort of genre does he come from?
He's the best bassist alive, according to me and according to, I'm sure, a lot of people.
Okay.
He revolutionized the bass, and I believe like his music is also just beautifully written. Like he started playing when he was 3 because his brothers just put it onto him. As in his family is like full of musicians.
It's kind of like a prodigy, you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, genuinely. He's insane.
I had this question that was stirring up in my head while talking to you. And we just talked about your family dynamic also with Chanel, your sibling dynamic. Apart from family, how was it with your friend circle? Were they all musicians or what?
None of them are musicians.
Okay.
None of them are musicians. They've supported me and like they're tired of me.
Because can I just say, sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
The support you got when you released the album, like when you drop anything, it's just Abner fans is like all your friends, like all, you know how rare it is for your entire Instagram following to be like, woo! You get what I mean? Like that does not happen, and you don't understand. When Abner drops and people listen, and that's like a crazy effect to have. How is your relationship like with your friends? I can imagine you have some sort of really good influence on them.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I've been told that people find it very easy to talk to me because I don't judge or something like that. I don't really know.
What's your sign?
Libra.
Okay. People's person.
I guess. I have no fucking idea about astrology that way, but yeah. My immediate friend circle, there's like 9 of them, and they're like throughout the entire 3 years that I spent producing and writing and making the album, all they would do is sit and listen, whether they wanted to or not, because I would force them to. And throughout the end of it, I feel like everyone got to know, like all the people that you see posting and everything, they got to know about the album because I'd show them and then I'd let them know. And then because it took 3 years, they'd keep asking me, when is it dropping? When is it dropping? When is it releasing? And then I'd hear that for 3 years and I needed it to be perfect before I dropped it. So I feel like I got that support because I kept poking them and they kept expecting something. And
it's like the cause and effect of it.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Any key friends that you've had involved in the making of the album as well?
Yes. Pranav Indachudan.
Dropping the full name, government name.
He helps me write a lot.
Okay.
And I don't mean like lyrics. Lyrics, obviously. Yes, lyrics. But he helps me channel what I want to say better. Because sometimes I'm too distraught to write. So I sit with him for a little bit, or I talk to him, I call him. And then we just mull it over. And then that helps me put things into words better. And then Nate, my producer, he did it all.
Awesome sounds. Oh my God.
There's too many good things I can say about Nate, not many bad things I can. He helped like shape that album into what it is. And it would not have been possible without him, or Pranav for that matter.
The debut album is like the drop of an entire build-up so far. And it's only going to get better from here, obviously. So I would just like to get straight into the album. How'd you come about like having that idea of, okay, I think now I want to drop a debut album? Take us through the process of like how the conversations were when you first started.
I used to write like 3 years ago, let's say. Yeah, 3 years ago. I used to write and keep writing music. And one day I wrote a song that I like loved. Like I felt was the best thing I've ever written so far.
And that was?
That was Static. That was one of my oldest songs I've written. And then after I wrote it, I was like, okay, this is something. I need this to be something. You know, I need to release it or do something with it. But then I never really got around to it. And then I kept writing, and I kept making more gems. And then a year had passed, like 2 years ago, and I had an entire album of songs, and I was like, I need to release something.
Okay.
I need to get something out there. And then Darla came about while I was like randomly in a jam room, and someone was playing that riff. And then I started writing, like it just came to my head, and I just kept going, and I took it, and then I wrote it, and then I stole the idea.
But then we got this amazing Darla. I've always imagined what goes in an artist's head when they first start like creating an album, you know, the album process. But would you say you find the sounds first, or you find the lyrics first and then you kind of match them? What is the
For me, it's both. Like
okay.
Different songs. Like for example, Darla, that was music before lyrics. And Played With Your Broken Heart was lyrics before music, because I wanted to say something but I didn't have the chords. Another Love Song was it was music before lyrics. And then another example, I'm forgetting my own song's name.
That's how you know you've written enough, you've produced enough to be like, wait.
Snow. Yeah, Snow was
my favorite.
Snow was music before lyrics.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make You Miss Me. What is it about? Tell us.
The album, it has 12 songs, and there are 3 X's. Oh. 4 X's.
Yeah.
That they're about.
Okay, there are 4 X's. So it's based on 4 different X's? Damn. You've been on a roll. No. You've been on a roll. I mean, no shaming over here. We can talk about it. Don't worry, this is not therapy about your exes, but surely like music is a form of art, and it's always been about love, and love comes from various different feelings. And we always have this thing where we go, oh, it's a love song. Oh, it's a heartbreak song. What would you want to say about that? I know it's never going to end, but it's the experience that varies, right?
Okay. I'm also one of those people like, oh, it's a love song.
But you're right.
Yeah. I know. It sucks, but it is what it is. Because after you listen to enough love songs, it's like how you have a love-hate relationship with Valentine's Day. It's like,
right.
I don't want to listen to love songs. I don't want to feel that right now.
Yeah.
You know? Or, damn, I want to listen to a love song. I want to feel that right now. Or, I'm really sad. This will help me get through it. Or, I'm really sad. I do not want to listen to that, you know?
Yeah, that particular song.
Yeah, that particular song. Writing love songs was more about getting everything out, because I don't really communicate well, but I write. Like, I express with rhymes and different literary devices really well.
Simile. What onomatopoeia?
Yeah.
Metaphors. Okay, so you bring the guns out when it needs to be brought out.
Yeah, it comes naturally. There are times where I'll be strolling in my room and there's something in my head. Like, there's a few lyrics in my head.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, shit, I need to get this out. So I like lock my room and tell everyone to leave me alone. And I get my guitar and I sit there and I just flesh it out.
Is there a particular song or two in this album that covers those emotions that you did not express post relationship, maybe? Give us some eggs. Come on.
Snow is something that I wanted to say to one of my exes. It was like a big, like, it was a sweet diss track.
A diss track?
Yeah.
To an ex?
To an ex.
That's all. Okay.
It was me saying that you are extremely dysfunctional, but it was my fault for loving you, and I'm glad it's over.
That's why it's my best track from the album, you guys. Okay.
Another love
diss
song.
track.
I mean, all those songs is just like, I never gotten proper closure because most of my exes are
Closure.
avoidance. Yeah, closure. Right. Yeah, I've never gotten proper closure because most of my exes are avoidance, and they don't know what it is to look within themselves and figure it out.
Yeah.
So how are they gonna tell me?
In relationships, I think often I'd hope it's monogamous to people.
Yeah.
You know, open-minded. But I think there are instances when you have disagreements, right? You have tons of disagreements.
Yeah.
And can I just ask, from what age to what age do you have these 4 exes maybe that you've written about? I'm guessing teens, right?
19 to 18 to 22.
18 to 22. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Just 18 to 22. How's your heart?
Not that great.
Not that great.
But it's doing better.
Okay. I mean, oftentimes, like in relationships, I think, especially at this age, when you have disagreements, it feels like the end of the world. And then there are emotions that you expect when you're coming towards an end. How did you sort of cope up with that? Was music that sort of band-aid for you, or?
Yeah, it was easier to not say anything and just write, or say something and then write, because like I said, avoidance, no matter what I say, it's like I'm saying something and it's just not hearing it, you know? And at some point you need to know when to leave, whether the person is more important than your feelings, which most of the time it isn't. And then I just write, nothing else to do, just write, you know?
People, I think are you like, sorry, it's a very personal question, but are you the long-term type, or like, I understand that dating is for experience type?
No.
You are the long-term type.
I was, like, wait, 3 of the girls that I wrote about on this album was the dating is an experience, and then 1 was a long-term. And that killed me.
Because you build up these expectations, right? And I think at that period also you have the adult experience of, like, you know, there's so many expectations from the outside world.
Yeah.
And then you try to manage that and nothing's kind of falling in the same place. And I think that's the most soul-crushing type of, like, in long-term relationships.
Yeah. It's about compromise. I feel like every relationship, whether it be friendships or romantic relationships, it's always going to be an inconvenience.
Yeah.
But it's about the baggage you're willing to bear and the baggage they're willing to take with them. You know? And when that doesn't align, I feel like that's when you get disappointed.
Was it easy for you to let go, or was it more of like a, I'm gonna burn everyone? What kind of a feeling was it?
One of the exes that I wrote about was really hard to let go of. Still, yeah. And then
Or did I hear still?
No.
I mean, you can let out everything.
Yeah. The others were fine. They were, experience and move
The
on.
others were fine, but that one person in particular kind of stuck.
The person I wrote, Snow, but that's all I wish it wasn't Moon Eyes 4. Yeah, that was one of those relationships where you can't really get out of no matter how long it takes.
Yeah. So, do you remember how was your first love like? Perhaps.
I do.
And at what age and what kind of feelings were that, and how was it different from the 22 Abner viewing all of that, releasing Make You Miss Me, seeing that sort of like that dynamic where you can't let go of another person, how is your viewpoint of love right now?
Okay. I was probably 16. She was my first love. Dated for like 6 months, and it was short but like intense, you know?
The first one?
Yeah. The first
At
one's
16?
always... Yeah.
Okay.
First one is always intense. You give too much. You don't know when to stop giving. And then you realize, and then it's over.
In the blink of an eye, it's done.
Yeah.
6 months.
16 to 22, what is that? Like 6 years, I think.
Mm-hmm.
My math is dog shit. Sorry, musician. It's somewhat the same. I just know me a little better, and I know what to expect. I feel like I'm still struggling with who to pick and who I should be with, or as opposed to who I want to be with, whether they're right for me or whether they're just for fun. But a lot has changed once you grow. When you grow older, you will have a lot of synergy with you, like someone that would be synergist to you. I don't know if synergist, compatible. Yeah.
Yeah, both work. Really. Yeah. It's really cool how you said, often at times people have this general view of dating of like, the person I want to be with, that's the person I have a crush on, that's the person you don't even know what the hell is going on. They could be just eating their like tacos and you're like, wow, you look so nice eating a taco. Like, what is going on inside our heads half the time?
Crushes are important though.
And then you get into it, and then it becomes this whole thing of like an experience of you truly seeing yourself and then seeing them and being like, ooh, this is a lot heavier than expected. Would you say attachment styles play like a big role nowadays in relationships? Because I literally did not hear about attachment styles back in like 2016, 17. It's only been now.
I feel like
recently.
It always played a role. I feel like right now you hear about it because, well, you hear a lot more than back then. You know what I mean? Like there's more information passed and more information received and pertained to these topics that like you keep with you because, you know, it's about your life. It's about things around you. Yeah, they do play a big part because if you're heavily devoted with someone and you keep giving.
I love the word you use, devotion. That is the word to describe love.
Devotion is, fully. When you're devoted to someone, you give everything.
Yeah.
You know, when you don't get that back, you don't know what to do with that anymore. So be with someone who can be with you, you know.
Who devotes back to you.
Yeah. Compatibility. You need compatibility. Otherwise, it's just a hot mess.
You want it deeply, and you'll do anything for it. You don't want it, you'll start showing signs. So act straight.
Yeah, actions speak louder than words.
If I had to give you 3 words only to use, what 3 words would you use to describe Make You Miss Me?
Solemn. Emotional. And pretty.
Pretty. Solemn, emotional, and pretty. Cool. That's really cool.
You got like sad, good, in the middle ground, you know.
Yeah. I know some people are very intentional with making the track list. Like you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So was it very intentional? Was it like?
No, not this time.
You just ordered it.
Yeah, I ordered it. There was no like transitions or. I originally wanted to do it in order of the girls that I like, the exes, like chronologically. But then my producer was like, nah, don't do that. You know, people have to start off and then go on an adventure with the music.
Okay. I would say you're still, I mean, it's just the debut album. You're pretty early in your career. But in the future, make some like wild, ambitious drops, okay? Any artists you would like to collab with?
Mac DeMarco. Definitely Mac DeMarco.
Yeah, I like his songs.
Right? Shit, that's a good question. Men I Trust. The Marias. Radiohead, if possible. Uh, The Weekend. That would be pretty cool. That'd be pretty fun. Claro.
We've got some tough ones.
Yeah, I'd love to work with so many people in the industry. Like I take inspiration a lot from the music, because if I'm listening to a song and like if it's in my playlist and I'm listening to it, there's something about that song that you'll hear in one of my songs. Like there is either a tone of voice or a word or even like the sound of something. You just hear it.
Okay. Have you played live yet? Like the album tracks, have you played it live yet?
Not yet.
Okay. Excited for that, because I think you have great showmanship. And is there any, like, have you seen live performances where you went like, wow, yeah,
Yes.
I resonate with that?
Most of like my showmanship with when I'm playing bass is a lot like I take inspiration from Flea, the bassist from Red Hot Chili Peppers. There was they played live at Slane Castle. Like I watched that performance a lot. Like that was a beautiful concert. Hot take, but I don't like concerts.
So we will not be seeing concerts from you?
No, I'll perform, but I don't like going to concerts.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, I end up like I have to practice, I have to go home and practice, like that's my mindset. Like I'm sitting at the concert and all I can think of is, I need to go home, I need to learn that entire set, I need to practice, I need to do this, and I can't fully enjoy it.
Good though. That's a very cool place to be at. Nobody goes to a concert. I need, but I can feel you. I can understand certain things. Like there are certain things that you want to like work on after you're motivated.
And also jealous. Like shit, I want to go. I want to perform.
I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
That's super cool. You have this very like, I don't know, but I told Chanel like he has this rock star aura. Not saying rock star, but like there is this sort of thing about you that I kind of see in celebrities. So I was like, yes, this makes perfect sense that Abner is dropping a debut album. He's going to be in Billboard Top 100 now.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I think you should really go full force at it.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
There's an EP coming out soon, Not soon, not anytime soon, but in a year or two.
What's your type?
I don't have a type.
No type.
Just funny. That's it. Like
Funny.
Good sense of humor.
Okay. Someone spicy?
And red hair.
You call for the toxicity by yourself, Abner. Don't said red hair. That's giving has problems.
No, definitely. But then I can fix problems, Like that.
Never mind, ladies. Let him heal.
Let me heal. Yeah.
Redheads, take a step back, okay?
Take a step back into my arms.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay. We'll go into your uni life as well.
Yeah. No, I'm not a fan of institutionalized education. You know what I mean? Like I've been saying.
Me too.
It sucks.
Let's get rid of everything.
For real. Like learning yourself, especially creative fields. Like I said, everyone has an instrument, and I mean that both like figuratively and literally. Like an instrument, as in there is something for everyone, and also everyone has an instrument to play.
Yeah.
Like there will be something or the other, whether you sing, whether you play the piano, whether you play the guitar, the triangle, the harmonium, whatever. Music shouldn't be for sale. You know what I mean? Everyone should practice music because like think about it. Humans need creativity, whether it be art or music, because like how are you going to express yourself? How are you going to survive if everything you do is based on work and to get money and to be successful and to make a name for yourself in the world? Like when are you going to do something for yourself? Yeah, you're paying to have information that you probably won't be using, instead of
just to fit into society
Mm-hmm.
that also is compiled of these various different individuals that have various different interests, mostly for their own benefit.
Yep. You can't put a fish on a tree and expect to climb, you know?
Sitting in each of these classes, not learning shit, ratting to our friends, like
Yeah.
that is so much, like, no, I wouldn't say wasted time, because social time is important, but you're sitting there and you're expected to cover all of these other things. Like, why is this even a thing?
For real. I feel like schools, universities are just hubs for networking, and that's it.
Yeah.
Whatever you're learning, you're gonna either forget, or if it really sticks with you, then you're gonna pursue it, you know?
And then you have the performance factor, which is like, you're not doing better than this.
Yeah. That also like stunts. I feel like it's just for, they're indoctrinating you into what adult life would be like. You have to do better than this. You have to submit your reports. You have to suck up to get a raise, to do this and to do that, and get money, get more money, and then get a house. And now getting money and then getting a house is so different from back then, because the economy is shit.
Yeah.
And it'll continue to be shit for a while. Just as we're becoming adults, everything is horrible.
I think twice painful than what it was.
Yeah.
Growing up is something that people used to look forward to, I think, back then. Now it's kind of like, I don't know if I want to exist in another couple of years, guys.
I was talking to Pranav, like one of my friends that I mentioned earlier. We were talking about how, like, he was talking to his parents about, he asked them, did you also feel when you were growing up that entertainment became stale? And they were like, no, like the entertainment industry, everything back then was beautiful. Like everything was up and coming. Everything was from the heart rather than for money, you know? And now everything is slop. Like, everything is not as great as it used to be. The games that are releasing, the movies, the music also, I have to say.
When me and Chanel were discussing about your music, or you as an artist, you don't do things that other artists do, even regionally, I would say. Like, you don't force yourself into this bubble. You exist naturally. And that's what's been so fascinating, because you don't have this need to, oh, I need to do this thing and I need to do that thing to appeal. You kind of are your own individual. And then what I've heard from Chanel, you don't want to be associated with, la la la, this is Hollywood music. You just want to be like, this is music.
Yeah.
And I am Abner.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, for the longest time, my parents would also, like, still, they'd tell me, you know, market your music, get your music out there, you know, earn money, like market it to earn money, market it to be famous. And I just want to do it because I enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I wish that I could live in a world where that was acceptable. You know, like I don't have to earn money to live and survive and whatnot, but I just do and exist to live.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
I think that's great, because just now, earlier this year, I started finding some sort of meaning into doing this podcast. But I think it's very rare nowadays for things that you are passionate about not to turn into monetization immediately.
Yeah.
It's like, it's very easy to think that, oh, I can make money from this, but it's not going to be as fun when you start getting into the process of it.
Yeah.
Which is basically happening in every other industry right now.
Literally. Like, everything needs something, a part of yourself that you might not want to give, you know? And with music, with what I have to do, like marketing. Oh, I hate fucking marketing. I hate it. I hate having to. I know, like, no.
Marketing student. I hate marketing. No, me too. Me too.
No, I don't mean marketing as a profession. I mean marketing as a musician. Like, all I want to do is make my music, put it out there. I don't want to have to say, yo, will you listen to my CD? Yo, check out my mixtape. I write for myself. Like, I heavily write for myself. Most of the music that I've written either to remind myself that, yeah, you shouldn't go back to this ex, or to remind myself that, like, things can be better because things were worse.
So this is very personal to you, I would say. Like, it's almost like
My babies.
your journal,
Oh, yeah. My child.
your own private journal that is somehow public.
Yeah.
But that's fine. Would you say in a few years' time, maybe when you get signed to like a record label or something, you just want them to take care of the marketing, have nothing to do with it?
I don't want to have anything to do with the market.
Okay, so you're still pretty open to being marketed.
Yeah.
But just not you doing it.
Yeah, I don't want to market.
That's no wonder you got the marketing team.
Yeah.
That I don't know what happened after 2-3 calls. I don't know where the other guy is.
Marion is, that's the thing. Marion also, like, he expects me to do things, and I know I have to. You know,
Yeah.
like, I have to sit there and record myself or sing a song or something. But then, damn, like, my social media presence is so aloof. Like, I don't.
But tell you what, as a marketing girly,
Yes.
or at least someone who's very particularly interested in celebrity life, I think almost every like superb artist I've followed, they never marketed themselves properly.
Yeah.
So you're on the right path, if I must tell you.
I hope so.
You'll just keep doing your thing, keep like making music and do what you need to, and it'll come naturally.
That's the plan. That's what I've been telling myself, that hopefully, you know, there was that quote from Three Idiots right at the end, is that be so successful that success chases you.
Yeah.
You know, like, don't chase success.
Yeah.
And I keep that in my head. You know, just do what I have to do and keep doing what I have to do. That whatever opportunities come, that I will be ready to accept them instead of going out and then preparing for it, you know?
That's good. You don't chase, you attract.
Yeah. Redhead ladies, please.
No more ladies for you, Abner. After this conversation, I think we're done for a while. Yes. I want to understand your comments on the Make You Miss Me album, track by track. However you'd like to tell us about it. Maybe musically, maybe emotionally, any which
Let's
way.
do on my website for Make You Miss Me, which is on my Instagram page. Follow me, Lamau. Abner210.
You can take your time with the promo. Seriously.
Okay, cool. On my website that my friend Pranav made, hire him. There are a few tidbits about each song. It's
Okay.
like a sentence
Okay.
that I've written. That's over here. I'm pulling it up right now. So yeah, Played With Your Broken Heart was an ode to acceptance. After this girl I dated, I fucked up. Like, I wronged her. You know,
Very hot, very, very, very interesting coming from like a man. Like, I mean, she's not a man. It's like, I fucked up.
yeah, no, I
That it feels so good to hear. I'm joking. But yeah, okay. Accountability is like,
yeah, no, you have to be accountable. Like, that I believe. That's something I'm looking for in a
in a redhead. How ironic. Okay.
She wrote a song about me, and that was my response. It was me saying, I'm sorry, but it is what it is, and I am better than I was, and I'm coming to terms with that. Because I write for me. I'm not writing for her. But if she heard it, which she probably hasn't, That's about her. Trying was about me going in a circle and expecting her to be better.
Mm-hmm.
And she said she was trying, but I'd heard that so many times, which is why the chorus is just trying, baby, keep trying, because yeah, keep trying. I'm waiting for your actions to speak your
Match
words.
up.
Yeah. Darla, what I wrote was because I don't have a desire to be right. I just want to make sure I'm not wrong, which was something she said to me. Right at the end of that relationship, she said, "You just don't want to be wrong. You don't have any need to be right. And then I recognized that, and the entire Darla, like the story was the last time I saw her. It was, I was giving her her film, like the film camera. I forgot what you call them.
Like the retro, like the
It's
Polaroid?
like Polaroids. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, no.
Not the Polaroid.
Not the Polaroids. It's you take a picture and then you get it developed.
Like the Kodak.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was giving that back to her because I had taken it to take a few pictures. And then it turned out to be a date between exes. We met at Cheesecake Factory in MOE, and I actually cut that out as well. And that's how that story played out, is exactly that I wrote. And it was supposed to be what I think of what she thinks of me.
Okay.
So very narcissistic, but it was a way to cope
Yeah.
in some way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your viewpoint.
Yeah. Because I can't write about her. I feel like even if someone, like whoever it is writing about someone else, they're projecting. Because no information is true to what someone believes. Yeah. Snow, love and hate are two sides of the same blade. I didn't want to say coin because blade would make more sense because you're really stabbing yourself when it comes to love or hate. Snow was me telling her that it wasn't just me who fucked up, you fucked up too, and you need to recognize that and take accountability. Because if you hadn't fucked up, I wouldn't have, and we wouldn't have been in that circle. And maybe we could have been together and whatever. I don't. Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. You can't. I don't.
In your fields.
Yeah, she's the one that, when I said still, sometimes you don't forget someone. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll cut it out.
Yeah.
Lots of cutting work you're giving me.
You don't have to cut a lot. Like,
I don't have to cut it. Okay.
cut the names, though. Cut the embarrassing moments, but I don't know, whatever.
It's okay. It's okay.
Really natural, yeah. Static, I wrote about myself.
Okay.
Static was about me. Static was about the fact that I felt numb to the touch, where everything was moving around me and I was just in one place, where everything could have been progressing around me and I was just solemnly standing, waiting, and I don't even know for what, Getaway, escapism. That was just a fun track. There was no rhyme or reason for Getaway. I wanted to make something 007 like. So I was like, fuck it, let me make it. I stayed up till 6 a.m. Like, I hadn't slept in like 2 days, and the only thing that was playing in my head was that. I was like, I need to get this out. And then I just did. And I have this memory of me sitting like at 8 a.m. in the morning. My eyes are like baggy and I look like disheveled. And my mom comes in and is like, what the hell are you doing? Did you sleep? And I'm like, no. And then she's like, can you please eat or do something or like go to sleep? And I'm like, leave me alone. I'm busy right now. I can't. I'm busy. And it was like deranged. Once you're in that state, you can't get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all I wish it was. Nothing is everything without something is what I wrote.
Nothing is everything without something. Mm-hmm.
You want to...
Slaps.
Right?
Yeah.
Is that if there is nothing, then there is everything.
Yeah.
And if there is something, then nothing means something. So you can't have love without hate. You can't have grief without joy. You need to feel sad. there needs to be
To
a
feel happy.
Yeah. There needs to be some comparison. Otherwise, if all you're feeling is happy, then that's your normal.
Yeah.
You know. But that's all I wish it was me saying that I wish that wasn't true.
Yeah, because you're in, like, even just out of relationships, I think when you're in a joy state, you know that this is going to plop sometime soon. But when you're in that sad state, you don't know when you're going to
come back up. Exactly.
And it just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah. When I was writing this song, like, I was in a horrible state. Like, I was upset. And it was just about, we were together. I was a little more emotionally invested into that than she was. But that's all I wish it was, is me saying, I wish it was just touch. I wish I just craved the touch, because this is now a little more than I can take. And a little more than you can give.
Maybe start dating someone secure, not avoidant.
Love never works. That was maybe sometimes. That was about me. It was me after all these relationships saying that love never works for a sinner like me. I was self-loathing that, you know what, maybe I am the problem. If it doesn't work out like 3 to 4 times in a row, maybe I am the problem.
Aww.
And then at some point you realize it, to an extent you are, like, making those choices, that's your problem, but it takes 2 hands to clap.
All these lines, you're just dropping left, right, and center. No, the lyricism is also really, really nice. Like,
June, it was a love song. I all my songs were sad, so I needed one
happy.
Yeah, one beautiful, pretty, happy song, which now, in retrospect, isn't really beautiful, pretty, happy, but it's pretty things, pretty people, pretty places. And that's what I was writing about. It was just about the beauty of life, because I feel like everyone tends to notice the bad, and it's easier to stick to the bad and easier to latch your brain onto the bad than the good, because you expect to get good. No one expects to get bad. So it sticks to their head when something bad happens. I feel like if people expected to be normal and expected less and felt more, things would be better. Yeah.
I think that's what happens in the beginning, because you don't know each other as much. And then they call this like the honeymoon stage or something, like infatuation, because you don't know what to expect. So you have no expectations. That's why everything looks wee. Even in the beginning, they do some shit and you're like, wee, guys, it's fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
The more you get to know, it's the more like, oof.
Yeah.
This was not what I signed up for. But,
exactly. Yeah.
But it's what you signed up for. It's what you're... Like, I think of love as like salvation. And it's almost like when you think of long-term relationships, I think of it as family. Like, you're not always 100% happy to be involved, but you're here and just, you deal with it like how you wouldn't want bad things to go,
exactly.
I guess.
Yeah.
But it takes two.
It takes two. Exactly. Yeah. No, fully. There's a quote that one of my friends said is their behavior a product of your actions, or is it who they are? Yeah. And the answer to that will be the answer of whether they're right for you, And if they're treating you badly because of something you did, then correct it. But if they're treating you badly because of it's because who they are, then leave, you know. So yeah,
no, that is so true.
Yeah.
That is so true. And the harder thing is to leave.
The hardest thing. Sometimes leaving... There are so many people that I know that, like, leaving feels easy to them. And I never understand that. Like, leaving seems like quitting or giving up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I have to convince myself that it's not quitting, it's finding something better to start.
Mm.
Maybe you can take that as a reflection.
Sorry. My stomach's like, you should have something.
As a reflection of them and not of you, you know?
Yeah. No, my stomach agrees.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Another love song. Just another love song. It was me saying that no matter how much love you give me, if I don't love myself, I cannot reciprocate that or treat you as good as you want to be treated.
Yeah.
And
These are all very true.
yeah, no, it's the human experience. It's you got to go through it. I guess I'm documenting mine.
Yeah. And that's great. That's really great. These are sorts of emotions that is a little bit harder to find in songs, I think, these days. Like, people talk about stuff that is very, I would say personal, but also really just, we've seen it.
Yeah.
But these are things that are harder to describe.
Yeah.
I think. I've not seen songs that describe emotions that deeply.
Not nowadays, but there are a lot of songs back then that like they bared their heart and soul into those lyrics, and you can tell. Like, you'll sit there sobbing for hours because, like, damn, did you really say that? That fucked with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
With Me. That's a song for my friends. The quote that I wrote on the website for Make You Miss Me was for With Me, was I love you guys. And I do. Like,
And they know.
they know. Yeah, they know. I tell them every day. They know. It was, I took a gap year before going off to college, and my friends are already gone, and it felt like I was a step behind.
Yeah.
So the chorus for With Me was, if I was a butterfly, would you chase after me and call me pretty? While time flies, will you stop and wait and change with me? You know? And it was me asking them to
Stay for a bit longer.
Yeah.
I know. Oh my God. Yeah, felt.
Yeah. Sometimes saying goodbye is hard, but saying see you later is even harder. Because I know they'll be back. And they are back. Like, I was a little upset about a lot more than them back then. So I guess I projected that onto them as well.
Yeah, because it's your fear projecting, but it's what it is, you know, like, you can't hold it back.
100%. Let everything out, no matter what it is. That's the best way to live.
Yeah.
And who knows?
I don't think I would want to be an ex of a musician. Like, imagine being written about and you're like, fuck.
I've showed her some of these songs.
I was just gonna get onto that. Has any of your exes known, or like, did you let them know, or did they be like, hang on a minute, and then texted you, been like, is this play about me?
No one has done that yet.
But you've let some know.
I've told her because I've wanted her to know. Like, and also, like, I have half a mind to just text her and be like, this one's about you, by the way. But I've had her blocked for like the past 2 years. Because, you know.
Why'd you let her know?
She was the one that, I guess, got away. Yeah. That relationship was so pure, like raw, like intense. Like, it was a lot of everything. And because of that, it was beautiful, you know. We fought a lot, but we were loving to each other a lot more, you know. I don't know.
I'm about to cry.
And we broke up like a bajillion times in the span of like a month. But then it was break up, get back together, break up, get back together, break up, get back together. And not healthy for sure. That was toxic as hell. But like in some universe, that was all I could have asked for.
So you guys, when you fell really hard. When you got back up, oh, it would be high.
Yeah, Moon Eyes was... Oh, dude, I could do a whole lyric analysis for Moon Eyes. Genius style. But it was me telling her to drown me in her grief. That, like, I'm right where I want to be. You could, like, I am yours. Whether that be puppet, whether that be savior, whether that be love, I am yours.
It feels like one of those Bridgerton confessions. Like, I will go back to the heavens and the earth for you, and
That's
it is
what
not
it
far enough.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. That it like all that cheesy shit felt normal. Like it was weird.
I think when it's just these two people, you and your person, everything feels normal.
Yeah.
When you see it on your friend, you're like, fuck that shit.
Yeah, stop throwing up.
Yeah. What'd she say to it?
She didn't know what to say. Yeah. And then I recently unblocked her.
Bitch. Ooh. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. But I didn't follow her or anything. I just unblocked her. That was it.
Okay.
No interaction. But I have half of my...
Okay.
Yeah. Because
But you're like enabling.
Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%. I am. I'm...
Okay. Yeah. I mean...
Cut that out.
No, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Shit goes haywire.
I'm trying to... I don't know. She's with someone. Whatever. With the guy before me.
Oh.
Yeah. So she likes dating her exes. You know?
That's not information for you to know.
Yeah, okay. I know.
Now you got me thinking like other questions that I probably should not be asking on a podcast.
Cut it.
Where we need to protect you.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, I could never date a musician now. Sorry, Abner, you've ruined it for me. I had a fantasy of dating like these artists, and now you...
To be someone's muse is both love and pain, you know, like it's...
Because they have so many muses.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, once you, like, okay, I firmly believe in once you love someone, you can never unlove them, and whatever mark they left on your heart, however big or small, will be there till the end of time. You know?
See, I struggle. I am stumbling now. I am stumbling hard. Because I think I struggle with retroactive jealousy. Have you heard of that? Yeah. So even if it's like my partner like sharing sentiments about anything could be normal. In my head. And if I had a musician ex and they would be like, right, oh my god, you before you die.
Some of the songs I wrote during,
I can imagine. So
she, like, while I was producing it too, like, I had to explain to my producer, oh, I want it to be, I want
that certain feeling.
Yeah, like I remember saying I want the strings to be like her eyes. And like,
oh, I'd kill myself.
Yeah, no, I realized how that sounded after I said it, and I guess, which is why I believe being devoted to someone and letting them know and reassuring them is important, especially for me, because there's a lot of prints on my heart.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna have a tough dating life once he enters the music scene. Oh my god, I can imagine all of your exes calling you out on the streets like, that bitch. I mean, as great of a talent as you are, the girls I can't wait to have them on my podcast. And we start this whole view.
No. That'd be
Your
a
worst nightmare.
Yeah.
But I can imagine that everyone has their like downs. Like not only you having that moment where you were like, oh, I want that to sound like.
Yeah.
like
No, it was a description. Like that's how I. Okay, for Nate, like the way
like her eyes. Sorry, I'm having too much fun with this.
She had really pretty eyes. She has really pretty eyes. When I was explaining it to Nate,
sorry, I'm like having too much fun. Yes, tell me. Sorry.
when I produce with Nate, I always produce with like vague shit. Like, oh, I want that color orange over here, because I can't explain it in any other way. And he understands me. Like, thank God he understands me. But
I mean, most of these muses have given you that sort of like they've enabled a situation where you can make this sort of an art, you know?
yeah,
And you use your own skills and you show people who you are.
yeah, to describe love and loss is like my mission. To pour out my heart and soul into music, you know? And that's why it took 3 years, is because I had to go through all those experiences to jot it down and write and make that album. Otherwise it wouldn't be possible.
Yeah.
So shout out to all my exes as well.
So we're nearing the end of this podcast. It's been like, I honestly wish I could talk to you more. This seems so fun. I love gossip. I'm joking. No wonder I have a podcast, right, guys? But I think more about you. Let's zoom back on you for this one last question. And it's something I ask everyone, especially young people. It's like, where do you see yourself in a couple of years? In terms of not just ambition, like who do you hope to be, and would your younger self kind of want this for your older self? How does that look like for you? You know, it's a public diary, so.
In a few years, I'd hope to be mentally and physically in the same place that I am right now. I hope to be emotionally a lot better, more mature. I listen to my younger self every day, you know, like huge part of me, being a child, which is why I'm really eccentric, I believe. But I'd want to be touring on a stage, or making more music, or just having everything that I want without the burden of everything I don't need.
Yeah.
You know, just to be at peace, at some sort of peace.
Sweet.
But I feel like musicians can't get peace. You need some you need to write music.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah.
And the curse.
Can't really live happy, eh? Like, just to wrap it up, I've had such a pleasure interviewing Abner Mendez today.
Likewise.
Such a wonderful human. I think getting to see him as my best friend's brother was like, he's a cool guy. And now it's even more solidified. We had so much fun talking about the album. I think upon hearing it at first time as well, I was blown away, and I was like, yeah. And when I know, listen, I had a K-pop dance crew, and I would have crazy talents in there. And when I'm a casting director in one lifetime. Just like one universe, I'm a casting director. But I'm telling you that Make You Miss Me is that sort of album that is very raw, I think. And it has, like, if you're a 20-something, you would deeply resonate with this. And even if you're older, I think you would recognize parts of that first base, like the first raw, intense emotions in this. And it's the sort of album that fills up like the words fill up for the emotions you don't know how to describe, I would say. That's why I resonated to it. Like it was like, yeah, I love this. This is gonna go hard. I hope you guys really stream Make You Miss Me, because it's a art piece. It's a masterpiece. And yeah, I hope to see you on some amazing stages, Abner. Don't stop calling me
Done.
to your stages. And I hope you guys look forward to a bunch of his projects. Thank you so much for coming on the Public Diary.
Thank you for having me. And yeah, stream Make You Miss Me.
Love you guys. Bye-bye.